The assault case against 8 former VIP Protection Unit members has been postponed to tomorrow in the Randburg Magistrates Court. The defense wants to access some documents to assist their cross-examination. The 8 were filmed allegedly assaulting off-duty soldiers on the side of the N1 highway last year. They were part of Deputy President Paul Mashatile's security detail at the time. All right, for more on today's proceedings, we're joined by SABC News reporter Calvin Ludla. Calvin, good afternoon. Just take us through what happened today in court.
Good afternoon to you and to your viewers. Yesterday we went back, today we went back to the Magistrate Court in Randburg, where Abdul Khan is sitting on the case against those 8 suspects that you mentioned in your introduction. What happened today was that they were focusing more on the injuries that were sustained by the witness. The witness that was in the dock today. So they are asking the witness, how did he sustain those injuries? Because the defense is trying by all means to say the witness did not sustain those injuries during the altercation that took place last year in July, when those soldiers were allegedly beaten by the former bodyguards of the Deputy President Paul Mashatile. But the witness still insists that he did sustain those injuries during the altercation, because the magistrate is asking now, how can you prove that you sustained those injuries there? He said, no, it's very easy, and the viewer at home, that I sustained those injuries there because I have a J88 form that says that that was a grievous bodily harm. So
are they perhaps, pardon me for interjecting, are they perhaps disputing the severity of the injuries, or what exactly is it on the part of the defense? No,
they are saying, yes, there was an altercation, but they are saying the witness is exaggerating those injuries. That is why they are asking him to prove that. So he says, yes, I do have a J88 that will prove here in court that I was indeed assaulted by these members.
And then beyond that, I remember yesterday when we spoke, there was an issue there where they were talking about whether the witness, who's also the victim, actually had a license, because the defense has been building a case around the fact that the reason that he was driving so terribly on the road is because they suspect that he didn't have a license and was placing the lives of the Deputy President as well as his convoy in danger. So what has been resolved around the license? Did they speak to the traffic department? What has happened there?
Yeah, I remember yesterday when the court adjourned, they said they are going to consult the Department of Transport or Traffic to make sure that they have a record of that driver's license, because the witness did say that he has a license. In fact, he said he has code 10 driving license then. But today they didn't mention anything that had to do with that. They focused on the injuries, and then they spoke about the blue lights, because they wanted the witness to spot the car that had those guys who went out to point the firearm on him, because the witness is saying his life was in danger because some of these bodyguards went out of their cars and pointed the firearm on him. So what is interesting is that the witness is saying, Paul Mashatile, the Deputy President of the Republic, was not in any of those cars. He was not there. So the judge is asking, the magistrate rather is asking now.
How would he know?
Where were you guys rushing to? Because you normally rush because you have an important person that you are transporting. So if the witness on the stand is saying the Deputy President, the VIP that you are protecting was not there, so where was the problem? But the defense is insisting that Paul Mashatile was there inside one of those cars.
Very interesting developments. And what do we expect tomorrow?
Tomorrow we are expecting a cross-examination of the witness to continue, because the witness still insists that these guys did assault him. They are rejecting that. They are saying that they didn't even touch the witness. But now what is, because Paul Mashatile is one of the prominent people in South Africa, the Deputy President of the Republic. If the witness is saying that Paul Mashatile was not there, and he's telling the judge Abdul Khan that I have a proof that the Deputy President was not there, and I can bring the proof in court at the Randburg Magistrate Court that the Deputy President was not there, but the defense is insisting that the Deputy President was transported in one of those cars. So tomorrow we will expect more evidence from the witness to prove if indeed Paul Mashatile was one of the people who were transported on those cars.
Calvin, as always, thank you very much for your reportage.